People say they're lost. Like life pushed them off the map. Like everyone else knows where they're going. And they're the only ones standing still. But when I look at people, I don't see lost ones. I see tired ones. I see rushed ones. I see people who never slowed down long enough to hear their own voice. From the moment we wake up, something is already pulling us forward. A clock, a phone, a responsibility, a fear of being late to something we don't even care about. So we move, not because we're ready, not because we're sure, but because stopping feels dangerous. Stillness feels like falling behind. Silence feels like wasting time. Doing nothing feels like losing. So we rush, and we call it ambition. We rush through mornings, already thinking about nights. We rush through meals, through conversations, through moments we'll never get back. Even when we rest, our minds keep running. And then one day, in the middle of all that movement, we stop and say, why do I feel empty? But emptiness doesn't come from having nothing. It comes from never being present for what you already have. Most people don't feel lost. They feel disconnected. Disconnected from their body. Disconnected from their thoughts. Disconnected from what actually matters to them. When life gets too loud, your inner voice doesn't disappear. It just gets buried. And instead of listening, we distract ourselves. We scroll. We stay busy. We fill every quiet moment with noise. Not because we're curious, but because silence forces us to feel. And feeling is uncomfortable when you've been avoiding yourself. Here's something no one tells you. Confusion is not a problem. It's a signal. It's your mind saying, slow down, something needs attention. But instead of slowing down, we ask for answers. We look for purpose. We want clarity right now. We want life to explain itself while we keep running. But clarity doesn't shout. It waits. You don't find direction. By thinking harder, you find it. By paying attention. Pay attention to what drains you. Pay attention to what quietly gives you energy. Pay attention to what you keep postponing. Not because someone told you to, but because your body already knows what your mind keeps ignoring. You don't need to fix your whole life. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need to become someone else. You just need to stop pretending. That rushing is the same as moving forward. There's a difference between motion and progress. A hamster runs all day and still goes nowhere. Progress has a feeling. It feels grounded. It feels honest. It feels a little uncomfortable, but not chaotic. Rushing feels anxious. Progress feels intentional. Look at the sea. It never hurries, but it reaches everywhere. Look at the sun. It never asks if it's late. It just rises. Nature doesn't panic. Only humans do. Because we compare. We measure. We keep checking where others are. And comparison does something dangerous. It turns your life into a race you never agreed to run. You start chasing milestones that don't belong to you. You start living timelines written by someone else. And when you can't keep up, you blame yourself. But maybe the problem was never you. Maybe the problem is that you stopped listening to your own rhythm. Some people bloom early, some bloom late, some take long detours. None of that is failure. Failure is ignoring yourself for so long that you forget what you feel. You don't need motivation right now. You need honesty. Honesty about what you want. Honesty about what you're afraid of. Honesty about what you're tired of pretending. And honesty doesn't come from pressure. It comes from stillness. That's why slowing down feels scary. Because when everything stops, you finally see what's been chasing you. Unanswered questions, unlived desires, unprocessed emotions. But here's the thing. Those things don't go away when you ignore them. They just wait, and they get heavier. So instead of running, try standing still, just for a moment. No fixing, no judging, no planning. Just notice. Notice how your body feels. Notice where your mind goes when it's not being pushed. That's where your truth starts. Life is not asking you to have everything figured out. It's asking you to be present enough to notice where you are. Direction comes after awareness, not before. You don't find yourself by chasing a future version of you. You find yourself by paying attention to the current one. And once you do that, something changes. You stop panicking. You stop forcing. You stop pretending. You move again. But this time, it's not rushed. It's chosen. And when movement is chosen, even slow steps feel meaningful. So no, you're not lost. You were just moving too fast to feel the ground beneath your feet. Slow down.